Welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 27th of July for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. Also, please check out beneath this video where you can tune in to the daily astrology and tarot video show, which is proving great fun, and you can grab your free daily written horoscope every single day. Or you can chat with me direct on Twitter at Horoscope Ace. This week begins with a passionate quarter moon in the sign of Scorpio, which is about desire. The sun is in the very warm-hearted and loving sign of Leo. So if there is any politics around a relationship, and it doesn't have to be purely a romantic tie, but if there's any possessiveness, control, jealousy, trust issues, maybe they do need to be looked at this week. Now also this week, Mars is in a square with Jupiter from Wednesday through to the end of the week. Now this is one of those influences which kind of makes it a little bit difficult for us to know our boundaries, because Mars is in its own sign of Aries, which is about initiating things, and Jupiter's in the part of the zodiac which is very much to do with responsibilities and obligations. So if we do decide to do something in a bit more of a dash and try to inject extra energy and verve, we just need to be aware if it's appropriate for that particular situation. Also, towards the end of this week, the Sun is clashing with Uranus. This can make us impulsive, restless, particularly with our resources. Perhaps this could see us spend some money on something that suddenly we get the desire for. But equally, we may ask ourselves the question, should we splash out unless it's something that we absolutely essentially need in a more practical context? Also, this can be a time not to be too generous to someone we love just because we want to spoil them. Sometimes we have to remind people to take responsibility for their own affairs. Now, as this week draws to a close, a full moon in the sign of Aquarius is going to open up the next 7-day period. So it is important to be mindful of that square between Uranus and the Sun, because it is going to feature in next week's full moon. But it's the opposition between Mercury and Saturn which really catches my eye as the week draws to a close. And that could be a sort of sense of limitation. Maybe we're going to encounter someone who's not as sensitive to our situation, especially if we try to open up as we might like. So just watch out for someone who could be a bit cool, a bit snappy, or if we feel a bit more tense in ourselves. Your specific forecast, Pisces, sees the Sun in the most practical part of your situation in a clash with the Moon in a part of your scope which is all about being a freer spirit. One of the worst things you can do this week is agree to just do what other people ask of you. It's very important to park up your boundaries and protect them, because your sense of freedom can get compromised very easily by being too much of a good egg. Because Neptune and Jupiter, your two rulers, continue to collaborate marvellously well, that more healing and spiritual side of your nature is something you may want to share with the world. But sometimes it is important to be businesslike, and other people must pick up their share of the responsibilities. Otherwise you could just end up feeling a bit stressed out and overwhelmed. Also, time management, I think, is going to be important later this week. Actually, Jupiter and Mercury forge a broadly pretty good opposition for much of the week. But as the week draws to a close, because Saturn gets into the equation, I feel that there might be one person who tries to dominate your time or space, and you may want to have a bit of space from that, or you could orientate towards a new group of people, because Uranus, the planet of the unexpected, is in your sector of ideas. And if you are in relationships where you're not really stimulated by them, your attention span could drop mega low, and you could find yourself getting a bit irritable with people that maybe have got rather everyday sort of chat. You might be looking for something that's more meaningful, I feel, as this week draws to a close, while still attending to those practicalities we all have to deal with, even if it's not your first focus. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you so much for having joined me. If you'd like to ascend above your zodiac sign and embrace serious astrology, please check out my affordable range of astrology reports beneath this video. You can get 30% off on a 12-month forecast and a character analysis, or check out the testimonials for myself if you would like to have a one-to-one personal consultation. Thank you.